Alright guys, today I'm going to be giving you some tips and tricks on how you can easily defeat Patient 13 here in Season 1 in Black Ops 6 Zombies. I know that taking this guy on, especially if you're a solo player like myself, can seem a little bit daunting, but hopefully we can help you guys out here today. We're also going to be using that new Dragon's Breath attachment on our shotgun here. With that, welcome on back to the channel everybody. If y'all don't know, my name is Ghost. Appreciate everybody that stops by the video today. If you're into zombies content or anything that's Call of Duty, consider rocking the hell out of that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel guys, we're on the road to 25,000 subscribers and I cannot thank you guys for all the love and support. It does mean a lot to me. I had heard that Treyarch had ended up doing a little bit of a nerf to this ASG shotgun, but honestly it's still feeling pretty damn good. I wanted to come in here and test this out. As you guys can see from that beginning clip, we absolutely just tore the health right off of this guy. Even while I was getting to the boss fight all the way up until round 36, the shotgun felt like it was handling itself pretty well. Overall, I do gotta say I think the Mustang and Sally's, or now also known as Sally and Fourth, those are probably going to be the best guns in the game, but I think this ASG is probably following at the close second. I feel like I can feel the nerf a little bit, but it's not enough to just completely destroy the shotgun or anything. Matter of fact, it just took us just under 40 seconds to complete the first phase, which I don't think is too terrible. For phase 1 and 2, Patient 13 is basically going to have the same attacks. He is going to be slamming the ground directly in front of him. If you run around the arena, that's going to cause him to move around the arena with you. This is actually a good thing because that does give you plenty of time to turn around and pop shots at him in his weak spots. Another big tip that I can give you guys is make sure that you have PhD Flopper on and make sure that you have PhD Slider as one of your augments. It's going to make getting around the arena and sliding around the zombies so much easier. I know a lot of people just want to hide behind the boxes, but I would say doing this is not really a good thing because you can get overrun by all the zombies that are going to be all over you, plus Patient 13 is going to want to be slamming the ground right in the middle there. I would say constantly moving around the arena and just keep on moving in a circle is probably going to be the best option. Another tip that I can give you guys is before you come in here, make sure that you have plenty of points so that you can be buying ammo. It really sucks to be running out of ammo in here. If you got some max ammo gobblegums to bring in here, those are always a good one as well. If you focus directly on the red spot on his shoulder, phase 1 should go incredibly fast. Like you saw here, we were able to get through it in about 40 seconds. Phase 2 is pretty much exactly the same as phase 1, except for this time around we're going to mainly want to be focusing directly inside of his mouth. Once his mouth stops glowing, he will have the two tentacles that come up directly off of the side of him. Now those will be weak spots as well. For the third phase is where things are definitely going to get a little bit more interesting. Not only will you still have the zombies and the manglers that you're going to have to be dealing with, but you'll also have a couple amalgams as well. Patient 13 is going to take two of his tentacles and wrap around each side of the arena, so you can't just run around it. You're going to actually have to jump in the water if you want to get to the other side. There is 4 ladders on each corner, so you can easily get back up. Now you don't want to spend too much time in the water. They will be hucking all of their flesh at you, plus the tentacle monster can swim back over there and get you with his stinky cloud. The main weak spot during this phase on Patient 13 is going to be his blue glowing eyes. Now yes, the eyes are definitely going to be the easiest to hit when you are in front of him, but you can still be hitting the eyes if you are on the back side. Just gotta be aiming directly up at the head and kind of off to the side. Noticed somebody the other day was trying to kill this guy and they were shooting him and they were like, I saw this the other day and it wasn't working. Now it's not. You need to hit him kind of in the eyes from the backside. You can't just shoot him in the back. Now, during this phase, Patient 13 is going to be doing this huge charge attack which will instantly kill you, so you're not going to want to be up on the land when he does this. You're going to want to jump in the water. And this one seems like it's a little bit difficult to time. I always think that he's about to do it and then he doesn't do it and then he does it like a few seconds later. Matter of fact, in this match he did end up getting me with one of those charge attacks, but you'll see here we did survive and we did end up pulling through. Another thing that I would advise you guys to bring in here is a chopper gunner for this final phase. Now, if you get put in a corner and you absolutely have to use this thing like I did here, that's still fine. You can still do a bunch of damage to Patient 13. I would really advise you to try to do as much damage to him as you possibly can and then try to finish him off with it. Now another thing that I didn't account for in this match was that when he does that charge attack, if you're in the chopper gunner, now this isn't going to kill you, but it will still knock you back. If you're in kind of an unfortunate spot like I am, it'll throw you all the way into the water. That was definitely no fun. As you guys can see here, I was damn near about to die. I guess the final thing that I should note about phase 3 is that once you end up destroying all of the blue eyes, you're going to end up seeing that there is another glowing red spot on his shoulder, just like you saw in the first phase. This weak spot should be really easy to hit and finish off your fight. I will fully warn you that during phase 3 there's going to be a lot of jumping in and out of the water. There's probably going to be a lot of close calls. Just don't give up. I guarantee you will eventually get through it. Another huge tip that I can honestly give you guys, and I know this one's probably kind of an obvious one, you'd be really surprised how many people just don't do this and they think that they can get it done with whatever that they got. If you plan on doing something like this solo, just make sure that you are fully upgraded and ready to go. Make sure that your primary weapon is a legendary rarity with triple pack. Make sure that you got all of your perks. I mean, at least the ones that really matter. Could you end up doing some of these things without all of this stuff and maybe with a lesser of a rarity of a weapon? Of course you could. If you're a newer player or somebody anybody that's just trying to get used to Black Ops 6, I just think it would be a smart idea to get fully upgraded. Keep in mind that the first 3 perks that you buy are going to end up being the perks that you have if you go down. Be sure to get the ones that you'd really want to keep. Now also, taking a look at this Dragon's Breath ammo, I absolutely loved using this thing, guys. Not only were you getting the fire damage, but when you applied other ammo mods to it, it seemed like you were getting the damage from both. And we did have Deadwire on for a little bit to get the laboratory open, and I did test it on a few zombies, but ultimately I went over and got napalm burst just to get, you know, a little bit more fire damage. I do love how the Dragon's Breath actually continuously burns on the zombies when you shoot them. You keep the health bars on, you can slowly see the damage actually ticking away. A lot of times when you think that a zombie should take 2 shots to die, it really only takes 1 because the shot does a lot of damage and then the fire will just finish him off. Kind of like in this boss fight here, we were actually on his backside and we ended up shooting up at his eyes, and it was the very last shot to take out the eye, and it wasn't even the shot that actually took out the eye, it was the lingering fire damage that bursted that eyeball. From when I spawned in at patient 13 from when I killed him was just under 11 minutes, so I don't think it was too terribly bad on the time. Not really too much of a speedrunner myself, I'm a little bit more about efficiency, I would say. Though I do have some friends that are trying to talk me into trying to speedrun the Terminus Easter egg, so you never know. You never know. Also, let me know down in the comment section, do you guys think the boss fight feels any different if you complete it, let's say, on round 25, or if you complete it on round like 45? Because to me, it really doesn't feel like there's any difference. It always kind of feels like I get the same amount of zombies in here. I don't know. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys have experienced something different. I really do gotta say, I love the difficulty of this boss fight. It's not so hard that it feels like it's absolutely impossible, but then again, it is definitely hard enough that if you get it done solo, it feels like you really accomplished something. And if I didn't mention this, in phase 3, he slams down the ground a lot too. He ever ends up grabbing you and tries pulling you in, shoot into his mouth really fast, because if he gets too close, yeah, that's it, that's game over, GG's. Honestly, during phase 3, I would try to avoid the front of him as much as possible. I think that trying to get in front of him in that front area is just a death trap. I think that hanging out in the back is definitely a better option. Like I said, you can still hit his eyes from being in the back. Plus, it feels like there's less zombies back here. Now, you will be forced up into the front a little bit here and there. Just trust me, you're not going to want to spend too much time up there. Ether Shroud is also going to be a really good field upgrade for you to run, especially for solo players, just to get you out of those sticky situations. Plus, if you put the augment on that just instantly reloads your gun when you're shrouded, that's really cool as well. Another thing that I can suggest for you guys is that if you've been trying to get this done with a team and it's been really difficult for you and you've just been failing, I can suggest for you just try it solo. Sometimes, and just sometimes, it's really hard to coordinate with a team and to get everybody working together. Sometimes you'll be struggling because people will be going down and you kind of have to go over and revive them, and it'll put you in bad situations. Sometimes you guys aren't in sync with each other on which way you're training. You'll have zombie hordes been going into each other. Sometimes it's just not good. Maybe you just might find that if you try to come in here and get this done by yourself, you just might have an easier time. Look at this, guys. We're about to pop out of the water here, and I'm gonna see that red weak spot, and we're just gonna finish this guy off right quick. Watch how fast the rest of his health is just instantly gone. Alright, guys, the ASG shotgun is honestly still amazing even after the nerf, especially with the new Dragon's Breath rounds. I think those are really good as well. I think we are going to wrap up the video here, guys. Hopefully we were able to help out somebody today. Put the loadout for the ASG shotgun up on the screen right here for anybody that wants to check it out. If you enjoyed the video or if you found it all informative, please do me a huge favor and drop a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if anybody is new, and be sure to drop a comment so we can get this video into the algorithm. Again, thank you guys for all the love and support. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one.